the forecast, things looking crazy. A storm on the horizon, the pressure is low. Gotta get moving, put on a show. The news is all buzzing, state of alert, but we've got a plan, we're ready to work. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. See a little fire or a rising flood, we're a well-oiled machine, we're running in the mud. From the city hall meetings to the rescue teams, turning worst case scenarios into hopeful dreams. We're training the people, we're stocking the gear, we're the team you can count on when trouble is near. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. It's more than a job, it's a calling, you see. Prepared for the present and what's yet to be. Every second counts, we're ready to react for our communities. We're making an impact. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. Yeah, we're picking you up, we're ready to go. EMA, let's get this show
on the road. Let's get this show on the road. How about that, guys? Emergency Management Associates is on the air. Welcome, everybody, to our show tonight. We're coming to you from the Greater Valley of Morganton, North Carolina, 392 miles west of, guess what? Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. We're at the Central Command here in Morganton, North Carolina, here at Emergency Management Associates. Guys, we're glad to be here with you. It's going to be a fun night. I guarantee you it's going to be a fun night, okay? I want to talk to you about the weather first, okay? I didn't put that up on the title of our program, but I want to talk to you about the weather, okay? Right now, over here in central and over here in the eastern part of Texas, going into Arkansas and even Missouri, okay? And also Oklahoma. You guys are going to experience some weather if you're not already exposed to it right now. You're going to see some heavy rain. You may see some thunderstorms, and there is also the possibility of tornadoes in the storm. It's a huge storm, guys. It's a huge storm. This storm spans 4 states. Yes, only the northwestern part of Arkansas, the southwestern part of Missouri, almost half of Missouri right here, and Oklahoma. 2/3 of Oklahoma and the eastern side of Oklahoma, or Texas, eastern side of Texas here. This is going to be a humdinger of a storm, okay? But this is not over. I want to give you a clue what's going on here, okay? This is only the beginning. Okay? To be quite honest with you, it's only the very beginning. Now, we are going to see a lot of storms. We are going to see a lot of storms. Okay? Look at the weather incoming. We've seen a lot of weather on the west coast of the United States. Southern California, especially, is getting hammered right now. And that weather's also going into Arizona as well. Heavy rain. Heavy rain. They've also had some landslides in California as a result of that heavy rain. But it's going to continue. That weather is going to go all the way across the United States of America, all the way through the East Coast. It's coming. You see over on the East Coast right now, it looks green. Guys, we are experiencing temperatures during the daytime upwards of 75 to 78 degrees. That's during the day. At night, it gets down into the 40s. It gets very chilly here. Very chilly. Now, look what's happening over here right now, over here in Texas and Louisiana here. Look at that. Heavy thunderstorms. Very heavy thunderstorm activity. But guess what? It's not over, guys. This is not over at all. Okay? Let me expand this across the screen here. Look to the north. That northern area coming out of Canada into Chicago and the northern tier of the United States, you're going to see very cold temperatures, even getting down in the teens. And you may see some snow as well. Okay? Minnesota, Michigan have already seen snow. North Dakota, Minnesota have also seen snow. This is going to be more and more prevalent during the next couple of months, but you see what is happening right now. Okay? Yes, they're getting thunderstorms, and they may get some tornado activity in Dallas, Texas, going down into Austin, Texas, San Antonio area, going up into Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Oklahoma, even over into Arkansas, upwards of Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay? Heavy rain, possibility of tornado. Also in Nashville, Tennessee. Look at that. Kentucky and Tennessee are also going to see this. Okay? Mississippi's going to see it. This weather is coming from the West Coast, going through the central part of the United States right now, and possibly even by the weekend. We'll start to see some rain and heavy snow in the upper northern tier of the United States along the coastline, and also down here in the southeast, we're going to see some rain, and we may see some tornado activity as well, but that remains to be seen. That's coming this weekend. It's not over. It's not over. Look what's coming out of Canada right here. This is a huge storm out here. Huge cold front coming out of Canada, coming across the Midwestern United States all the way into Texas. Okay? Now this shows wind upwards of 40 miles an hour at times, but these winds are at altitude. Okay? The altitude of the jet stream is approximately 18,000 feet high. 18,000 feet high. Look what's happening, guys. We're getting rain. We're getting some very cold temperatures. And those temperatures, like I said, are going to be in the teens. They're going to be in the teens. Okay? All this very bad weather is coming through here. But next week, let's talk about next week. Thanksgiving time. Look at this. The jet stream is coming from the southwest, going up to the north. Again, we're going to see heavy snow and even colder temperatures. But look over here to the Michigan area going southeast. Okay, look at that brownish yellow area. Those are higher temperatures, surrounded by lower temperatures to the northeast and also to the southwest. Unreal. This is what's going to happen during the Thanksgiving week next week. Okay? Pay attention to your weather. Okay? Pay attention to weather. I monitor several weather outlets, including Ryan Hall, y'all, and you can see and go over to our program description directly below this video today. And in that program description, if you scroll down, we have items there listed where you can get information. One of them is Ryan Hall, y'all. We have his YouTube page on our program description. You can get that information off his page. He talks about it. He has a specific weather forecast for this week and next week already put up. And he's going to be following it for us. There's other weather forecasters on YouTube and your local weather forecasters should be talking about this as well. They also have this information. This isn't just information limited to YouTube forecasters. Your local forecasters should also have this information as well. Be prepared, guys. Be prepared. This weather is not going to be nice. I assure you, this weather is not going to be nice at all. Okay? Be prepared. Okay? Just be prepared. That's all I can say. Be prepared. Okay? It's not good. It doesn't look good. Okay? Now, earlier today, I got some information about Mount Rainier. I'm going to specifically talk about the volcanoes tonight. I'm also going to show you what has been going on as well as the earthquakes in the Pacific Northwest. I'm going to start with that right now. Okay? This is Astoria, Oregon. I'm showing you Astoria, Oregon right now. Guys, this whole area is unreal. Oregon into Washington state is unreal. And USGS, if you go to their website, you're not going to see this. On their map USGS has up, you're not going to see this. They don't have any clue. You're not going to ever see this here. Okay? They literally don't have any clue. Look at Astoria, Oregon here. Okay? Up at the top, we have 5 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Okay? We have thinner and thicker lines here. The thicker lines indicate magma. Why is that? Because the seismograms are picking up the magma beneath the surface, head through volcanic channels coming off the Pacific plate, coming over here to the North American plate, and going over to the volcanoes. That's what you see here. You see thicker lines, meaning more magma, thinner lines, less magma here. Okay? Now, what are you also seeing? You see these tiny vertical lines? Those are called tremors. Those are called tremors. The longer lines are called earthquakes. The longer lines you see here are called earthquakes. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to scroll up here and pull in this earthquake right here. Why? Why? This is a decent sized earthquake. Okay? This is a 2.8 earthquake that happened early this morning. Early this morning, guys, just after 5:43 this morning. 5:43 this morning. A 2.8 earthquake in Astoria, Oregon. No, nobody felt that earthquake. Minor earthquakes cannot be felt. Tremors cannot be felt. But guys, this stuff happens. And when we see minor earthquakes, we will also see small and moderate earthquakes as well, but not here in Astoria, Oregon today. But I want to start off with this. This is just the beginning here. Okay? Just the beginning. Now, before I go much further, I want to show you the tremor map here. Okay? This tremor map is brought to us by the people at the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network. Look what they're not showing us here. They're not showing us any activity up here along Vancouver Island, southwestern Vancouver, British Columbia. They're not showing us anything in Washington. Nothing at all, literally nothing at all throughout Oregon. Only down here in Northern California. Only down here in Northern California. Look at this. Actually, not even Northern California. This is over around Medford, Oregon area. Okay, 177 earthquakes here. 177 minor tremors. Just minor tremors, guys. Unreal. Why are they not showing you the rest of the picture here? Because they don't want to admit the problems that are here. Yes, we have tremors around the volcanoes down here to the south. Crater Lake, for example. Yes, we are having tremors and minor earthquakes around Crater Lake. That's a fact. At Mount Shasta, Mount Lassen in Northern California, we have tremors and earthquakes. That's a fact. But why are they not showing you other earthquakes and tremors up here to the north? We're going to talk about that tonight. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on. I think you have the right to know. I think you have the right to know what's happening here. Okay? But I want to show you this before we get into it here. Okay? Just a second. I don't know what is happening here. Here we go. Let's go take a look at Bend, Oregon. Good old Bend, Oregon. Okay? Many of you live over here around Bend, Oregon. Some people northern Oregon. Here in Bend, Oregon, we are seeing harmonic tremors again. Harmonic tremors caused by magma, guys. Magma headed the volcanoes. Harmonic tremors here in Bend, Oregon. It's not the only place. Now let's go over to Warrenton, Oregon next. Clatsop County Sheriff's Office, Warrenton, Oregon. What are we seeing here? Okay. Up at the top, we have microquakes. Microquakes last night. Then we come down here after 8:30 last night. Look at this. We have some minor tremors here. We have some minor tremors here after 8:30. 8:34 p.m. last night. 3.4 earthquake. 3.4 earthquake here in Warrenton, Oregon last night. Unreal. 3.4 small earthquake here in Warrenton, Oregon. People felt that. People felt this earthquake. This is crazy. Hurricane Hunter says, do I have to get my crayon out? Or wait till you see what I have to show you. You may already have your crayons out, guys. But 3.4 earthquake here in Warrenton, Oregon. That's not all, folks. There's more. I want to take you over to Gerhardt, Oregon, near the coast of Central Oregon. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Harmonic tremors here. Harmonic tremors here along the coastline of Gerhardt, Oregon. Just like Astoria. That's not all. Now I want to go over here into Washington State. Good old Washington State. Let's start off here with Dakota, Washington. The Department of Fish and Wildlife Office in Dakota, Washington. Look at this. Tremors all over the place. About 100 tremors and minor earthquakes here. over 100 tremors and minor earthquakes here in Washington state here. Is this being shown on the PNSN tremor map? Heck no. They're not showing this. But it's not all. Let's go up to Grayland, Washington. Grayland, Washington, guys. Look at this. This is at the Puget Sound area. Okay? Look what we're showing you here. This is this morning. Look at this. After approximately 9:10 this morning, a 2.8 earthquake. 10:15 on the red line on the left-hand side. Another 2.8, 2.9 earthquake. Fascinating, huh? Let's go down here to 10 a.m. this morning on the left-hand side of the black line. We come over here to 10:14 a.m. this morning. This time we have a 2.9, 3.0, multiple earthquakes here. Multiple earthquakes. 11:15, the second red line earthquake there. 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. 12 p.m. this afternoon on the left-hand side. We come over here to the right on the black line. This is 12:15. This is a 2.9 earthquake here. 2.9 earthquake just prior to that, 2.7, 2.8. Then at 12:30 on the left-hand side, we come all the way over here to the right. This, folks, is 12:41 p.m. this afternoon. 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. Unreal. Grayland, Washington, guys. But it's not all there. It's not all there. Let's go to Grays Harbor as well, also up in the northern Puget Sound area. Look at this. We've talked about harmonic tremors. We have all kinds of harmonic tremors. We also see some earthquakes here. Minor earthquakes. Last night on the black line. On the left-hand side, it would be 9 p.m. Over here, now we are at 9:11 p.m. last night. 2.2 earthquake. And prior to that, over on the right-hand side, we have some tremor activity. Then after 1:30 this morning, 1:30 on the left-hand side on the blue line, we come over just a few minutes later, and now we have 1:04 a.m. this morning, some more minor earthquakes. 2.2, 2.3 earthquakes this morning. Okay? Grays Harbor, Washington. We're not done. Let's go over the shoreline in Western Oregon, or Western Washington. Western Washington here at Ocean Shores. Yes, we have some tremor activity here, but we also have some earthquakes. We also have some earthquakes here. Okay? Just after 7, I want to say 7:07, 7:06 last night. 7:06 last night on the black line there, on left center here. That's a 1.6, 1.7 tremor there. Okay? Now you see some thicker lines here. These sticker lines also represent magma going into magma chambers here, coming off the Pacific Ocean, headed for the volcanoes here. You see that? We come down here to later this morning. Look here at the magma as well. We're still seeing a great deal of magma. But we are also seeing some tremors, and we're seeing some minor earthquakes here as well. Ocean Shores, Washington this morning. Okay? Pacific County, Washington. Look at this. Yes, we had some tremors here. Up at the top line on the red line there, that's 5:15 last night. These sticker lines represent magma coming off the Pacific Ocean from the bottom of the ocean going on to the North American plate, headed for the volcanoes. That's all fine and good. Okay? But after last night, very quiet. We're still seeing some microquakes there, but what happened this morning? What happened right there? Let's zoom in here. Okay? Just after 11:10 this morning, 3.4 earthquake here. 3.4 earthquake here at Pacific County, Washington. Yes, it was felt. There are felt reports here. Interesting, huh? It really is. But that's not all. Let's go over to Radar Ridge, Nassau, Washington. Look at this. Now, you see these lines all over the place. These should all be horizontal lines, and some of them are slanting up. That's because the seismologists mess with the seismograph. That's what causes that. Okay? What happened here last night? Okay? Just after 1900 hours, 7 p.m. on the black line. Look what happened. Harmonic tremors again. Harmonic tremors. About an hour and a half of harmonic tremors here. This is the first time we've seen this here. This is the first time we've seen it here at Radar Ridge, Nassau, Washington. Harmonic tremors. That's all fine and good as well. But guys, this is happening. This is definitely happening. Now, everybody can say, oh, that didn't happen, but it's a data sheet. It's a data sheet. But it's not just that. Let's go over and show you the volcanoes now. Okay? This is Mount Baker up to the north. This is the northernmost volcano here in the United States, called Mount Baker, just south of the Canadian border in Washington State. Again, we're seeing some microquakes. We're seeing some microquakes. We're also seeing harmonic tremors here covering the entire seismograph. The entire seismograph is harmonic tremors, and we're also seeing some minor earthquakes here. Okay? Yes, we're seeing some tremors and also minor earthquakes. Down here at the bottom. Down here at the bottom. Let's take a close look at this. Okay? This is after 11 a.m. this morning. 11:07 this morning. 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. 2.7, 2.8 earthquake here. Mount Baker. Mount Baker guys. But that's not all. There's more. Just like that famous commercial, that's all, there's more. Yeah. Let's go take a look at Schuxon, which is a ski resort at Mount Baker. Schuxon. Look at this. These wavy lines represent magma coming into the volcano here at Mount Baker. Heavy duty wavy lines. Yes, Mount Baker is vibrating because of the magma here. The magma is also causing earthquakes, but they're not showing all the earthquakes either. Up at the top here especially, these wavy VLF waves caused by magma should also be causing earthquakes, and they're not showing it on the seismograph. That's why I went through it and showed you that. The earthquakes that are happening here at Mount Baker are being erased. They're being erased. Heaven forbid we get the real information. The data is being tampered with. It's not the only place. I attempted to get Glacier Peak, which is 40 miles southwest of Mount Baker. Very active volcano. But guess what? The seismogram from Glacier Peak doesn't show squat. Doesn't show squat. Again, they have deleted the information. They have completely deleted the information from Glacier Peak. Only occasionally do we get to see any of it. Sad. Very sad. Now at Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier is another story here. Mount Rainier is starting to show a lot of earthquakes. A lot of earthquakes from the interior of the volcano. This is what we are showing today. This is Mount Rainier today. Okay. St. Andrews, Washington, just to the west of Mount Rainier. Look at this. This is a volcanic activity that we're having at Mount Rainier. Something is happening on the west flank of Mount Rainier. That's not subtle either. The ground instruments just went from normal to chaotic to full-blown non-stop energy in a matter of days. This is today. This is today, folks. Let's go back to November 15th, just 3 days ago. Three days ago. This is what we were showing here 3 days ago. Yes, we're having earthquakes here at Mount Rainier, the western flank of Mount Rainier 3 days ago, November 15th. Let's look at November 16th now. Look at that. In one entire day, the amount of seismic activity hitting Mount Rainier on the western slope has quadrupled, literally quadrupled. It's not just harmonic tremors either. We're seeing full-blown earthquakes here. That's the 16th of November. Let's look at yesterday, November 17th. Look at this, guys. The activity here on the western side of Mount Rainier has quadrupled, completely engulfing the whole entire seismogram here. The entire seismogram. Yes, we're seeing earthquakes. Yes, we're seeing harmonic tremors together. Hurricane Heather says it's the third time today she's heard about Mount Rainier. Well, guess what? It's going. It's going. No, we do not have our finger on when Mount Rainier is going to erupt. We don't know. We don't know. But guys, if this is what is happening, and yes, we have the data showing it is, we need to keep a very close eye on this volcano and also Mount St. Helens. This shows a lot of activity, a lot more activity than we've ever seen here at Mount Rainier. But this isn't all. This not all. There's more. There's a lot more. This today. This today, and it has not stopped. This is as of the middle of the afternoon today in Pacific time when I pulled the seismogram. This is ongoing. Okay. On the 15th, it showed some background noise and harmonic tremors. The 16th and the 17th of November, Sunday and Monday, elevated information, pulsing seismic signals. Today, a solid wall of activity. A solid wall of activity on the seismogram. This continuous. This is heavy duty energy here. This kind of energy does not show up unless there's pressure building inside the volcano, very deep inside the volcano. Okay, it's happening. This pattern is exactly what scientists watch for when magma starts to shift and gas builds up, forcing its way upwards. Forcing its way upwards. Now, guys, I've been watching this for a very long time, and I'm not the only one. A lot of scientists are watching it continually now. Yes, we may have an eruption at Mount Rainier at any time. We may have an eruption at Mount Rainier at any time. And guys, Kathy Berryman's asking, is it going to erupt? At some point in time, it's going to. We don't know when. We cannot tell you when it's going to erupt, but we must keep an eye on it. I will be keeping a very close eye on it night and day until we find out what's going on, or until the seismic events calms down. That's also part of this. Things could still calm down and nothing happen. But when we get this amount of pressure being built up in this volcano, it's going to pop. And on the northwest side of Mount Rainier, they have a bulge. Mount Rainier has been bulging out on the northwest side of the volcano for quite some time. When that happens, we remember what happened at Mount St. Helens. When the bulge blew out, and the very top of the volcano completely took off and separated itself from the volcano. Mount St. Helens lost about 300 feet from the top of the volcano when it erupted in 1980. That can still happen here at Mount Rainier. But again, this same pattern is exactly what scientists watch for when magma starts to shift and gas starts to build up and head up towards the summit of the volcano. As I said weeks ago, there was a partial eruption at Mount Rainier. They had found ash at the summit of the volcano. So now we have evidence that there is pressure building up here, and we need to keep a very close eye on it. Millions of people live in and or around Mount Rainier. Many people live in or around Mount Rainier. We're going to keep an eye on it. Millions of people could lose their lives. Yes, there's a potential that millions of people could lose their lives. USGS seems to think only maybe 1,800 people could die. It could be a lot worse than that. Literally Seattle, Tacoma, Washington, and all the way out to the Puget Sound area, and also over near the peninsula of Washington. That area is built up from lava. Lava's on the ground. Lava's on the ground. Friday Harbor. The people who live over at Friday Harbor, they're living on a lava buildup from the last time that these volcanoes erupted. And yes, it can happen again. It is very likely that it could erupt at any time. This is what we've been talking about. This is what we've been talking about. Hurricane Heather says there's a huge difference between a 9,000 foot strato eruption and a 14,000+ foot strato eruption. She's right. She's right. As Heather says here in the chat, it's time to get people in Washington ready. We're not trying to scare them. We don't want to scare anybody. We're not here to fearmonger. But I'm telling you guys, if we don't get the word out now, something else is going to happen. It's not going to be pretty. Not going to be pretty at all. So folks, what I need you to do is share this program far and wide. If you've seen people here that used to be on our channel before, invite them back. Send them a copy of this program tonight. Share it. Share it far and wide. Your family, your extended family, the people you work with, your neighbors and your friends, and even the people that you associate with on social media. Share this program far and wide. They need to see this. They need to see this, and they need to see it now. Yes, Kathy, we could see an eruption at any time. I don't know when. I can't tell that. But when we get this kind of activity at Mount Rainier, look out. Look out. Like I said, this is on the western side of Mount Rainier. Let me show you a few more seismographs here. I want to go over to Camp Muir first on the north side of the volcano. Last night, again, we have harmonic tremors here. Then literally all night long, we have minor tremors. Minor tremors. We don't have any minor earthquakes at all. These are all tremor. This is all tremor activity last night, early this morning. Camp Muir. Let's show you Camp Sherman now. Camp Sherman's a different story. Yes, here at Camp Sherman, we're seeing some tremors. We're also seeing some minor earthquakes. Upwards of 2.5, 2.6 earthquakes. They're nonstop. Down here at the bottom, this black symbol here, this black symbol here, got it? Okay, this is called a magma churn signal. A magma churn signal. Typically, magma churn signals should be 23 to 24 lines high. This magma churn signal is far from that, quite far from that. Let's count the number of lines here. First off, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines high. That means this magma churn signal is showing us that the seismologists have turned down the seismograph at least 28 to 30%. 28 to 30%. We're only seeing 28 to 30% of reality here, real world reality. That means these minor earthquakes, especially this one on the red line on the right, the red line on the right is after 2:15 this morning. So over here, this red line on the right-hand side is approximately 2:18 a.m. this morning. 2.93 points of earthquake. Actually, it's 2:28 this morning. 2:28 this morning. 2.8, 2.9 earthquake here. Minor earthquakes all over here. 2.0, 2.4, 2.5, and 2.8 earthquake here. Camp Sherman on Mount Rainier. Camp Sherman is on the south upper part of the volcano. Okay? It's on the southern flank of the volcano, up near the top of the volcano. Camp Sherman. Now, I want to go also over and show you Emerald Ridge. This is also on the southern part of the volcano. The seismograph is on the southern part of the volcano. Guess what? Look at this. Look at these heavy-duty lines here. VOF wave lines here, caused by incoming magma to the volcano. That's pretty solid. But judging from what we've seen on these other seismograms, they're not showing us all the earthquakes. This heavy-duty wavy line should be causing a lot more earthquakes, or large earthquakes. They are erasing the data. They're taking the data from the other seismograms and erasing it. We should be seeing a lot of other earthquakes here, and they're not showing it. That's why I want to show you this. They do this all the time. This is very prevalent all the time throughout the PNS and the USGS. They erase, delete the data. Any questions about this? That's Mount Rainier. Let's look at Mount St. Helens next. Let's go out to Mount St. Helens. I just love Mount St. Helens, guys. Don't you? Don't you guys always look forward to seeing Mount St. Helens? Look what USGS has to show us here. This is a PNSN seismograph. They turned off the seismograph. They turned off the seismograph late last night. And they did not turn it on until later this morning here. They did not turn it back on until later this morning. What a joke. What a joke. They've cut off over 8 hours of seismic events here at Mount St. Helens, at East Dome Mount St. Helens. They turned it off. Non-existent. This is what I'm showing, guys. They can't be honest with us. They cannot be honest with us. When they turn off for a reason. To say, well, maybe if we don't show it, nobody will know it. We don't show it, nobody will know it. That only goes so far. Let's go over to the main seismogram at September lobe. The September lobe seismograph is also on the peak of Mount St. Helens. The seismogram sits on spindly legs, looks like a spider. Look, we're showing you here. Yes, we have some microquakes. Yes, we have some tremors. But we're also showing you incoming magma here, magma pulse signals. The thicker the lines, the more magma coming in Mount St. Helens. The thinner the lines, less magma coming in Mount St. Helens. But we're also seeing some minor earthquakes here as well. Tremors and microquakes here. Look at that. Let's look at the minor earthquakes here. Okay. After 5:15 this morning, 5:20 this morning, 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. 5:20 a.m. this morning. Minor earthquake there. We had another over here. Okay. This earthquake here happened at approximately, what was it? This is 6:25, 6:26 this morning. 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. Okay. Yes, we see some minor earthquakes here on this blue line after 1:30 this morning. 1:30 on the left-hand side, this would be approximately 1:05 this morning. Maybe 1.9, 2.0 earthquake. But again, look out to the right. They have a secondary wave here. The secondary wave lasts over a minute long, maybe a minute, quarter minute and a half long. That means this earthquake was not just a 2.0, 1.9, 2.0 earthquake, probably 2.5 minor earthquake here. 2.5 minor earthquake. That means the seismograph has been turned down here. We don't know how far it's been turned down, but the seismograph was turned down here at September lobe on Mount St. Helens. Okay. But we have more data here. We have more data. Let's go over here. Okay. September lobe has a VLF wave channel. Okay. VLF wave channel here. It's called BDF-CC01. It shows us the VLF waves here caused by incoming magma into the volcano here. Last night after 5 p.m. at the top line. We don't see hardly any activity, but it gradually builds up over time. Late last night, started building up about 9 p.m. Between 9 p.m. and 2:30 a.m. this morning, start building up. Then after 2 a.m. this morning, it got larger. Look at all this activity here. Let's look at this. 3 o'clock this morning. Heavy duty VLF wave activity. This means the magma is coming into the volcanic chamber. It's fracturing rock inside the volcanic chamber, causing earthquakes. Where are the earthquakes here? Where are the earthquakes here? It's not showing on the VLF wave channel. It's not showing on the BHZ channel, the main BHZ channel. That's because they deleted the information. This heavy VLF wave would cause a lot of earthquakes. Heavy buildup of magma coming into the magma chamber would always cause rock fracturing, earth movement, or earthquakes. But we're not seeing it, are we? That's because the agency has deleted it. Mount St. Helens is showing us activity here. A lot of activity. They're deleting the activity. They don't want to admit that Mount St. Helens is also showing signs of a possible eruption. Just like the PNSN and the politicians are not saying anything about the buildup of activity at Mount Rainier, not telling anybody in the greater Seattle area, why not? It should be said. It should be had. We've been doing earthquake drills. We've been doing a lot of drills, even about the volcanoes, and they're not talking about it. This information needs to get out. This information needs to get out now. We've only got 35 people watching this channel right now. We should have hundreds of people watching this channel. Why not? Why not? Because YouTube is suppressing our channel. YouTube is suppressing our channel. They've been doing it now over 9 months. 9 months. Only occasionally do we see buildup of activity here, buildup of people watching our channel. YouTube, you need to get this information out to everybody. You need to get this information out to everyone. Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier are showing signs of a possible eruption here. Now, Renee Steffi's here in the chat. I'm going to pass on some information right now, what she's saying. There's a flash flood warning issued by the National Weather Service for Yavapai, Arizona, life-threatening flash flood warning. Why? Because there's been huge weather storm, huge Pacific tsunami storm coming off the ocean. No, it's not a tsunami wave, but it is a weather wave. Huge weather wave coming off the Pacific Ocean into California. Now it's coming into Arizona. It's going also into New Mexico as well. You folks in Arizona, from Flagstaff south into Tucson, you guys need to be aware it's going to be raining, and there's going to be an onslaught of flash flooding as well. You know what's going to happen. We've seen it before. A flash flood warning has been issued by the National Weather Service at Flagstaff, Arizona, for northern Arizona. Okay? Yavapai, Arizona, life-threatening flash flood warning. Get it done, guys. Go to higher ground. Go to higher ground. If you haven't already done it, run over to Home Depot and get sandbags. Sandbag your home. Do it now. Do it now. Hurricane Heather says it's an atmospheric river. Yes, it is. Huge atmospheric river. It's been happening for days now. Los Angeles and San Diego weather stations, news stations have been calling for heavy rain flash flooding and landslides in the areas. Happening right now. Okay? But this is happening in Washington, Oregon, guys. What I'm showing you now is happening in Washington, Oregon right now. Okay? Let's go over to the north side of Mount St. Helens at Sugar Bowl. Look at Sugar Bowl here. We are seeing earthquakes here as well. Okay? For the most part, all we have here are tremors. But, after approximately 1, what would this be, 1:14, 1:15 this morning? 1:14, 1:15 this morning, a 2.6, 2.7 earthquake. Then over here on the left-hand side, 5:20 this morning, 2.9, 3.0 earthquake here. 2.9, 3.0 earthquake here at Mount St. Helens, the north side of Mount St. Helens. Again, Mount St. Helens is having these earthquakes. 3.0 earthquakes happen all the time at Mount St. Helens. They're getting larger as well. Let's drop down south to Mount Hood. Good on Mount Hood. This is Mount Hood timberline. This is the main seismic of timberline here, guys. Up at the top last night at 5 o'clock on the top line, tremors. Nothing but tremors. Early this morning, we have a 1.3, 1.4 tremor here on the blue line there. Nothing but tremors. But all of a sudden later this morning, what happens? (11:31 this morning), 2.9, 3.0 earthquake here at Mount St. Helens, on the southern side of Mount St. Helens timberline government camp, the base of Mount Hood, here. And yes, you see a lot of tremors as well. Mount Hood is building here. Mount Hood is building. Let's go to the southeast side of Mount Hood to what they call Mount Hood Express. This is a new seismograph here. A new seismograph that was put here about 8 months ago. Hood Express. Last night, tremors, all kinds of tremors. Then after approximately 1:36 a.m. this morning, 2.9, 3.0 earthquake there. It looks like a 2.7, 2.8, but it's a 2.9, 3.0 earthquake here. You can't see the bottom line there. Okay, but it happened. Then look at all these other minor earthquakes here. No, these are not small. These are all minor earthquakes. Mount Hood is moving. It's moving a lot. A lot. Let's take a look at Palmer Lift. Palmer Lift is another seismograph that's further up on the southern side of Mount Hood. Government camp is the base. This earthquake seismograph is up here at the top, near the top, just below the summit of the volcano. Palmer Lift. Look what we're seeing here. Massive amount of magma going into the volcanic chamber here. Massive amounts of magma coming into Mount Hood. Look at that. Why are the other seismograms not showing you earthquakes? Ask yourself, why are the other seismograms not showing earthquakes? Again, the agency is deleting the information. This amount of magma coming into the magma chamber here at Mount Hood should be causing earth movement, i.e. earthquakes. Mount Hood is moving, guys. Mount Hood is moving. No denying it. No denying it at all. Let's keep going here. I want to drop down to Newberry Volcano to the south. Okay. This Newberry crater. All we have here are minor tremors, and we have one minor earthquake here. One minor earthquake later this morning. Okay. That's just a 2.7, 2.8 earthquake. Not a big deal. Tremors and minor earthquakes cannot be felt. But it happened here at Newberry Crater. Let's go south of Sisters Volcano here. Look at this. Now, guys, if you are new to this channel, Sisters is not just one volcano. There is one seismograph that is monitoring 3 volcanoes. Sisters North, Sisters Central, and Sisters South. 3 separate volcanoes only being monitored by one seismograph. Look at the data here. Essentially, this is a very busy volcanic area. Okay? But all we're seeing here are microquakes and tremors here. Essentially just microquakes and tremors here. That's all. Yes, earlier this year we had microquakes, we had tremors, and we had minor earthquakes here as well. Sister Volcano. Let's go further south to South Central Oregon, i.e. Crater Lake. The Pacific Northwest Seismic Network and the USGS have turned off all seismographs located around Crater Lake except for one. South Central Crater Lake is what we're showing you here. This is called bunkhouse, Crater Lake bunkhouse. Yes, we're seeing harmonic tremors. We're also seeing some minor tremors as well. I do not show anything possibly maybe close to a 2.0 earthquake here. But what we're seeing here at Crater Lake is crazy, guys. Crater Lake is an active volcano. Crater Lake is an active volcano. Yes, we're seeing VLF wave activity. VLF wave activity caused by magma coming into the magma chamber. But the only other seismogram we have here is nothing. They've completely erased the other seismogram here at Crater Lake, not showing squat. Crater Lake volcano is a very active crater. Okay? The top of the volcano is a lake. It is an alpine lake. Underneath that alpine lake, there is a huge volcano. And you can see it's active. There is a lot of magma coming into the magma chamber here at Crater Lake. But again, they don't want to show us what's happening. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. If Mount Rainier erupts, and I'm saying if, not when, I don't know when, but it's going to happen. It will happen. I promise you that. The people in the area are not going to be told it's even erupted until it's too late. Yes, guys, it is snowing on Mauna Kea in Hawaii. Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa are very high mountains. Yes, they get snow there all the time. They get snow there in the winter. This is winter time. Okay? Every year they get snow in Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. Happens. I've seen it snowing there. If you go over to the vacation channels on YouTube, I don't remember what they are right now. They travel the roads up to Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa all the time, and sometimes they will go up the road with chains on, and if they can't get up the road, they have to put their chains on. They go up the road and they see snow on the ground. And I've seen it snowing on the ground at Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa before. Fact. Fact. Unreal. Unreal, guys. But guys, we have a lot more information than that to share with you. Our country's going to heck in a handbasket. Our country here in the United States is going to heck in a handbasket, and it's spreading throughout this world. Spreading throughout this world. This is Texas Congressman Jasmine Crockett. Listen to what she had to say here. This is incredible. Listen to this.
Foods. So listen, if you can have this honest conversation about Epstein now, let's just go ahead with this lame duck president and be honest about everything that the American people care about. They care about affordability. They care about the fact that literally people are starving in this country because we have 42 million people. And I don't remember any one of you during that almost 2-month break deciding to go on faux news or any other news outlet and say, you know what, it is wrong to have 42 million people that are relying on $6 a day to eat. And we have the money because somehow our president was able to find under the couch cushion, the one that JD wasn't sitting on, under the couch cushion, he was able to find 40, how much did he find to send to Argentina? 40, there we go. 40 billion to send to Argentina. But those emergency funds, he couldn't find them emergency funds so that Americans could eat. So listen.
Okay, what she's not saying is that money that she's saying that Trump could have provided for food for the American people, it was not in a place. That money was not in a location for those people. It was allocated for something completely different. President Trump could not take money from Peter to pay Paul. It's illegal. If he had done that, he would have been in jail today. Jasmine Crockett here is a troublemaker. She's a bulldog. She's an idiot. You can't listen to anything she says without laughing at her.
If y'all are going to be honest and talk about Epstein right now, let's be honest about everything that is causing y'all to lose real bad. Did y'all see the election results on November 4th? It didn't go very well. So let's just start having honest conversations so that hopefully some of y'all in some of these tight seats, maybe y'all can get reelected and we can just work together.
Ms. Crockett.
Would the gentlelady yield? Who, what, both of y'all want?
Okay, she's laughing. She's having a good time. But she's losing out. She is losing her seat this next 2026. Her seat is going to be abolished. Jasmine Crockett is losing her job. She's a joke. She's a literal joke. But not just her. Let's look at another congresswoman. Okay? Plaskett from the U.S. Virgin Islands. She's a non-voting congresswoman. She's in trouble. Listen to Steve Curley here. This is an incredible state of affairs here.
That's in the emails. You can't make this stuff up. High-level Democrats in Obama's inner circle were asking Epstein, one of the single worst child sex offenders in our nation's history, for freaking dating advice. I mean, you have to let that itch you. The Treasury Secretary of the United States was taking romantic counsel from a convicted sex trafficker. Needless to say, the resignations are just beginning here. The New York Times is reporting that Summers has resigned from advisory board of the Yale Budget Lab. He's also reportedly resigned from his fellowship at the Center for American Progress, a far-left think tank. Spokesperson from that organization did confirm that Summers has resigned from there. And it's only a matter of time before he resigns from Harvard University itself, where he continues to be listed as a faculty member. But I just don't see how a fanboy of Jeffrey Epstein can continue to be allowed to be around 18-year-old girls.
Okay, that's a professor at Harvard University. He was a student there, now he's a professor. And he's around 18-year-old girls. Let's go over here. Okay? This woman is a sitting U.S. Congresswoman from the Virgin Islands, a territory of the United States. Yet in 2016, she was fully involved with who? Jeffrey Epstein. In fact, Jeffrey Epstein has not yet been convicted of sex crimes, and he was texting her in an active congressional meeting. Listen to this.
Out campaign donations directly from Epstein in 2016 and 2018. But again, this is all just the tip of the iceberg. We're now learning about some of the antics of these Democrat mega donors, and we're learning about Democrat judges and what they're doing behind the scenes to prevent the grand jury proceedings involving Epstein from ever seeing the light of day. Wait until you see this. But first, gang, have you seen the price of gold and silver of late?
Okay, I'm not going to get into gold and silver here, but she's in trouble. A sitting U.S. Congresswoman is being censured. Plaskett is being censured, guys. Plaskett is being censured as we speak. Incredible what she's gotten away with. It's incredible what she's getting away with. She was brought up on charges in the United States Senate because she was sitting in a congressional investigation in 2016. She was getting information directly from Jeffrey Epstein, and she was feeding that information to the congressional committee. Incredible. She also received political donations from him. Sitting U.S. Congresswoman, guys, now all they're going to do is slap her hands because the Democrats won't throw her out. The Democrats aren't going to throw her out. Heaven forbid. They want to keep their key lawmakers who break the law in Congress. Who else did that? Who else did that? A congresswoman or congressman from the East Coast last year, now living in California. Okay? Actually, he is living in both areas. He's living on the East Coast, has a house on the East Coast, and has a house in California. We heard about him, didn't we? He's also up on charges. He may go to jail. But he was tramping on President Trump all over the place, lying. He brought up all kinds of lies and false information against President Trump when he was in the House. Now he's a sitting senator. He's lying about President Trump now. All he did was get his hand slapped by a congressman when he was a congressman last year. He ran for the Senate and won. From California. Go figure. Go figure. Guys, these Democrats are getting away with murder. Now, watch this. Okay? Democrat lawmakers are calling for an insurrection. Democrat lawmakers are telling our military, telling our CIA, telling our FBI agents to leave, to not pay attention to Trump, not to obey lawful orders. They're calling them unlawful orders. Watch this. This woman is a sitting senator, Senator Lisa Slotkin. Watch this.
Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
Who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
And that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution,
And who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
don't give up
Don't give up the ship.
against American citizens.
Like us. You all swore an oath
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home.
time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
our Navy,
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution,
And who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
don't give up
Don't give up the ship.
Okay? They're saying not to give up the ship. But they're also saying, telling the FBI, the CIA, and every one of our military members not to follow President Trump. That's called insurrection. That's called insurrection. And these people are sitting senators. These people are sitting senators. These people are Democrats, or what I refer to as Demorats. Incredible. Shouldn't be happening. This should not be happening at all. This is abhorrent. This is very much abhorrent, guys. This should not be happening. Not now, not ever. Now, we also have some winter weather warnings. Okay? Renee Sevy's put up winter weather warning issued today, 3:06 p.m. Pacific time. Issued by the National Weather Service out of Las Vegas. For Esmeralda and Central Nye County, Nevada, heavy snow is expected. Western Nevada, heavy snow is expected. Winter weather warning coming out of Las Vegas for Inyo County, White Mountains of Inyo County, heavy snow is expected. Severe thunderstorm warning issued today by the National Weather Service out of Paducah, Kentucky. Bollinger, Missouri. Stoddard, Missouri. Wayne, Missouri. 60-mile-per-hour winds, gusts, and quarter-size hail. Severe thunderstorm warning. Take cover now. Take cover now. Your lives are at risk. Take cover now. Alexandria, Illinois. Pulaski, Illinois. Union, Illinois. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Take cover now. Another severe thunderstorm warning for Stoddard, Missouri. Stoddard, Missouri. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Take cover now. I showed you this information at the top of our broadcast today. Right here. It's happening now. Now it's moved to the east, going over to Kentucky as well. Guys, we told you it's going to happen, and it is. Severe thunderstorms with the possibility of also tornadoes as well. Beware of this. Listen to your AM/FM weather channel. Listen to your AM/FM weather channel. If not, listen to your AM news talk radio stations and get the latest information from them, because they will be broadcasting it. Listen to the Weather Channel. Listen to the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Association Weather Channel on your weather radio. Also, look for the information to come across your cell phones. If you have your cell phones there, if you have your cell phones available, go into the settings portion of your cell phone. Go to the settings portion of your cell phone. Scroll down to where it talks about emergency broadcasts. Make sure that part of your cell phone is activated. That way that information will come across your cell phone when it happens. That way you'll get notified about these winter weather storms and these thunderstorms and tornado warnings. Watch for it, guys. Watch for it. It can happen. Be prepared. We talk about being prepared, not being scared. This is just one of those times. Be prepared, not scared. Make sure you have your emergency kits. Make sure you've written your emergency preparedness plans. We've talked about it. We've talked about it. We're going to talk about it again on Friday. Make sure you have your emergency preparedness plans. Make sure you have your kits as well with food and water. Food and water. These thunderstorms may cause flash flooding. They can also cause power outages. Be very wary of it. Take care of yourself, guys. Take care of yourself. Heather's saying they have rotation, meaning a possible tornado in the area of Parma, Missouri. Parma, Missouri. They have seen rotation. I think it's on radar now. Parma, Missouri. Okay? If you're in those weather areas, go to your tornado shelter or take cover in the center part of your home, away from windows. Stay away from windows. Go to the center part of your home, and also, if you have the ability, take your mattress from your bed and put it over the top of you. That way, if anything happens, either these straight line winds from the thunderstorm or the tornado, putting a mattress over the top of you or heavy-duty bed covers over the top of you will keep you protected from anything that might fly around or hit you. Take cover. Take care of each other. Love each other, guys. Take care of each other and love each other. Heather says Corey Gherkin is chasing these storms. Now, I've never met Corey, but I wish him Godspeed. I wish him Godspeed. Now, I want to go over to St. John. This is the end of our broadcast. I want to go over to St. John in the New Testament. Here, Jesus Christ is talking to his disciples. Okay? He says, "You shall seek me, and shall not find me. And where I am, thither ye cannot come." Then said the Jews among themselves, "Whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go into the dispersed among the Gentiles, teach the Gentiles? What manner of saying is this, that he said, 'You shall seek me, you shall not find me. And where am I? Hither you cannot go. And the last day, that great day, the feast, Jesus stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth in me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. But this he spake of the Spirit, which they that believe on him should receive. For the Holy Ghost has not yet been given, because that Jesus was not yet glorified. Many people therefore, when they heard this saying, said, "Oh, of a truth, this is the prophet." Others said, "This is the Christ." But some said, "Shall Christ come out of Galilee? Hath not the scripture said that Christ cometh out of the seed of David? Seed of David. And out of the house of Bethlehem, where David was." So there was a division among the people because of him. And some of them would have him taken, but no man laid hands on him. Then came the officers of the chief priests, the Pharisees, and they said unto him, "Why have ye not brought him?" The officers answered, never man spake like this man." Then answered them the Pharisees, "Are ye also deceived? Have any of the rulers or the Pharisees believed on him? But this people who knoweth not the law are cursed." Nicodemus saith unto them, he that came to Jesus by night, being one of them, "Doth our law judge any man before it hear him, and know not what he doeth?" They answered and said unto him, "Art thou also of Galilee? Search and look. For out of Galilee answereth no prophet. Arises no prophet. And every man went unto his own house." Brothers and sisters, Christ is our Savior. Christ preached the truth. People despised him. People hated him. But that doesn't take any truth away from him. Just because they say it doesn't make it truth. Just like what these politicians tell us today doesn't make it true. May God bless you. May God be with you this day and always. Now, guys, I put up this information for you to have so that you might know what's happening. Take heed of it. Not just this weather that you see right here. Take heed about these volcanoes. Take heed about these earthquakes in the Pacific Northwest. As I said, look out. Look out. The Cascadia earthquake could happen any day or at any time. Mount Rainier could erupt at any point. Mount St. Helens could also erupt at any point. Be safe out there. Be safe out there and live. Now, guys, also please check and make sure you're still subscribed to this program. Make sure that you're still subscribed to this program. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to this program. So far during the past week, YouTube has not taken any people off the subscription list. But that doesn't mean they haven't done it before. Check and make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. And when you do that, there's a little bell icon right next to the subscription button. Click on that little bell icon. You'll see a drop-down menu of 3 items come up. Click on the word ALL, all. That should get you notified when we come on the air. So subscribe to our channel, click on that bell icon, get notified when we come on the air. We come on the air between 4 and 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday, Eastern Time. Saturday and Sunday, we try to take the time off, but not always can we can. Why? Because we will come on the air day or night, 24/7 if we have to. When there is information available, when it happens, we'll be on the air to tell you about it. always. On Sunday afternoon, we come on the air and talk about Jesus Christ, a class we call Come Follow Me, the Savior Said, on this very channel. So please be here for all that, okay? Also, scrolling across the bottom of your screen tonight, right here, we have our PayPal. We wish you would help support our program with our PayPal donations. And also, you see our address scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Send us cards and letters, send us a donation in the mail. We'd appreciate that. Our address is 504 Bethel Road, box 401. Morganton, North Carolina. The zip code here is 28655. You see our email scrolling across the bottom of your screen as well. rltnspdema@gmail.com. Send us your criticisms. Send us your comments. We'd love to hear about our program. Also, if you have any ideas what you'd like to see on this program, send us to our email. We'd love to see that. Also, after this program is finished, right below this video today, leave our comments here. We'd love to hear from you. Leave us comments here. We'd appreciate that. Guys, we love you. We appreciate you a lot. God bless you. God be with you this day and always. God be with you until we meet again. We'll see you on the other side. Take care, everybody. God bless. See you soon. Good night. Much love.
Associates, we're dedicated and true, bringing you the essential knowledge, helping you see things through. From disaster preparedness to navigating recovery's embrace, we're here to guide you in every unpredictable time and place. We break down the complex, make it easy to grasp and absorb, sharing strategies for safety, the vital lessons you can't afford to hoard. So thank you for watching, and thank you so much for your sub. You're a key part of our growing family, a member of our knowledge club. With every like, every share, and every comment you send our way, our critical message spreads further, helping more people every single day. Together we're stronger and more prepared. That's the truth we all abide. You help us build resilience with nowhere for uncertainty to hide. Your engagement truly inspires us. Your feedback acts as a guiding light, helping us continually grow and making our channel's future bright. We're always learning, always striving to be better, bring you the most up-to-date information, no matter the weather. Emergency Management Associates is here for you now and forever, it's true. Keep watching